All right, you want to just start by introducing yourself, kind of saying where you're from?
Yeah, so my name is Ayoob al and I was born and raised in New York City for a majority of my life. My background is really from Yemen. My parents are from Yemen. However, I was born in New York City and I was raised here majority of my life.
So, what made you decide to enroll in the program?
Well, several factors, right? One factor is that I seen that there's a lot of opportunity just because I know people that have businesses and convincing them I assumed would be fairly easy. That's one factor. Another factor is that there's ways to make passive income through that. And so that's another factor for me, to be honest.
Okay, now, what was your biggest challenge and pain point before you started with us?
Um, I think my biggest pain point, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, is that um, freedom in my time, being flexible with what I want to do, when I want to do it. And working a 9 to 5 job doesn't really give you that opportunity. So,
This one's pretty broad, but what was your experience with our program like?
learning throughout the course was actually really helpful. Um, you guys coaching me was another helpful feature that you guys had. Being very accessible, that's another big plus. Also having like over 100 videos on all aspects of the industry makes it much more easy to understand, filters all the extra information that you don't need to know, and just it helps you focus on that what you need to know. Yeah.
What did you find most valuable in our training?
To be honest, I would say it's that lifetime of support from you guys and the fact that you guys are very accessible. Like whenever I needed you guys were right there. Plus the information that you guys have is very, very important.
What kind of results have you seen since starting our program and getting out there and selling payment processing?
I mean, I've seen some results. it's um it's nice seeing some results after you actually work and see the fruits of your labor.
How many deals do you think you've signed?
I would say officially 13 deals officially. At one point, I was selling back to back within 30-day frame. I was able to sell, I think around like 4 or 5 for sure.
How long did it take you to get to that first deal after you finished the training?
I started October 17th and I closed my first deal October 31st, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, in terms of the quality of our program and our training and everything we do to get you prepared out there, do you think we did an effective job teaching you what to expect and how to go about selling this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say that, I mean, if I were to try to do this by myself, it would have been very difficult. Me joining this course allowed me to save so much time and resource and effort. So because of that, I was able to close, a certain amount of deals within a short span or frame.
What's been the most rewarding part of this journey for you?
Seeing the residuals, man. I mean, I wouldn't do it unless there's money involved in it. Um, and the most satisfying about this industry is that it's passive income. As long as you're able to satisfy your customers, the merchants, and you give great quality customer service, they'll stay for the long term, and they'll even refer you to other people.
How do you feel about your future now compared to before you joined the program?
I feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, man, because I see a system that's actually working, and because of that, um, I'm very optimistic and continuing on doing whatever I'm doing. As long as I'm being persistent, I know for sure I'll be able to, get out of that 9 to 5 job and just be my own, boss.
So I know you were skeptical about the whole thing at first, right? On our onboarding call, I think it was an hour and a half because you weren't sure. What would you say to others who are in that same position that are kind of skeptical about it or a little iffy if it's real or if it's going to work for them?
Yeah, I mean, I was in your shoes initially, and it's really all about how much you really want to be financially free and have freedom in your own time. Really, it's up to you if you really want to work your 9 to 5 traditional job, or if you want to have control over your time. And for me, having control over my time and being financially free was the main factor to why I wanted to join payment processing, and the fact that it's not that much work really after you sell. And because of that, I was, I would say that if you want freedom in your time, I would definitely recommend this.
What would you say to people that just don't trust it in general or don't think that we're the real deal?
I mean, you won't find anywhere else that's better than this university. So far, I've been searching around as well, and there's nothing around that I found that's much more uh, not only accessible but also very helpful, informative, um, and they guide you step by step. Even when it comes to closing a deal, if you're in the middle of closing a deal, if you're trying to close a deal and you need help, they're right there. You just give them a call, and they're right there. They'll answer it. They'll help you out. They'll help you close that deal. And also, like the assurance, they make sure they assure you that they'll guide you in every aspect.
How has the program exceeded your expectations? I mean, like, in what way was it better than what you were expecting?
Something that I didn't really expect, because everything that you told me, you delivered on it, honestly. Um, and so I expect everything that I expected was delivered.
I know that you've told me you've run into some other people in the credit card processing industry. So tell me what that was kind of like with them and what they had to say.
Oh yeah, so I mean, when I would speak to a lot of people from the credit card industry, they would tell me, even though I was at the time in the industry for 6 weeks, they told me that you sound like you've been in the industry for 6 years, and it's all because I've learned whatever I learned from you guys.
So tell me about a deal you've had that I was able to help you get across the line and closed.
Oh yeah, man. So I was at a donut shop and I noticed that. So I asked for the owner, and he was there at the moment. So I told him about our deals and what we do and what we have to offer. And I mean, we were going back and forth for a while. He was very hesitant when it came to giving out his personal information, and I had to call Sevi. Sevi was there, man, and right when he talked to Sevi, out of he was very intense, but he eased the man up and he made him smile. So I ended up closing the deal with him very smoothly. So, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it without your help, honestly.
Lastly, was making a decision to go forward with our program worth it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to make a certain amount of residual the way I'm making over $1,000 in residuals, and this is within a span of 3 months being in the industry. I mean, I was able to save a lot of time because of the program that you guys have to offer and the amount of information you guys have to offer too.